Hi Bellas, it's your beauty minister Nicole here, and today we have a special guest with us. This is Rebby. She's the PR manager for Human Nature, and I met her when Human Nature took me and Kat to Tagaytay to check out their new product. Like, it was a girls' day, we went shopping, we got our nails done, and they introduced the Overnight Elixir Serum, which is fabulous. And I'm gonna have a review, and the link is gonna be below. It's on bdjbox.com. But anyway, the main reason why we have Rebby here is because during the event, I saw her hair was super fabulous. She and Sarah, her partner in crime, they had like fabulous curls, and I was wondering how she did it. I was like, "Who did your hair?" And she's like, "I did it myself." I was like, "What? No way!" And she said she did it in
15 minutes.
That was crazy. I was like 10 to 15 minutes, and look how long her hair is. And it's like, no way. So that's why she's here. She has to prove that she can do it in 15 minutes. So for summer, this tutorial is going to be about how to score perfect beach waves, and Rebby's going to teach us. Okay, so first, Rebby, what do we need to prepare?
Okay, so what we'll need is a curling iron. So this curling iron is actually 1 1/4 inch.
Oh, great.
And so basically, the bigger your barrel is, the looser the waves. But this is 1 1/4 inch. You need a hair tie.
All right.
A little clamp.
That's for the
clip
sectioning
kind of thing, so you can section off your
Okay.
hair. Hair serum just to add some shine and also take away some of the frizz.
Okay.
A hairspray.
Okay, so this is pretty different. We're not going to use mousse. We're actually going to use hairspray.
Hairspray, yes.
All right.
That's it. That's all
That's
you need.
it?
Yep.
What about the serum that won't weigh down your hair? And
No,
for
it-
girls that have difficulty making their curls last.
No, it actually it is oil based. It is an
Okay.
oil,
Mhm.
but it actually what's nice about this is it's lightweight.
Okay, what
so
is
it
that
won't weigh it
exactly?
down. This is the Human Nature Natural Smoothing Hair Serum.
All right. Okay. All right. So what's step 1?
Step 1 is just letting your hair air dry and then sectioning it off. So if you have like long, thick hair like me, you're gonna want to section it into 3 sections.
Okay. So you don't put the products first.
No, I usually just section it off first and then put the product, then curl, and then get on with the
Alright.
whole thing. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm also guilty of this. Like when I'm curling my own hair, I don't section it. I just grab random pieces. So is that bad?
No naman, it's not naman bad. Pero like if you have long hair,
Yeah.
and especially at the back, you
Yeah.
tend to miss sections, and then you'll have an ugly straight section, and then there are the ones that are
That's
curled.
true. Okay, so it's important to section girls if you want it to look organized and more natural.
Yes, it's easier too.
All right. So how do you do that?
Okay, so basically, I'll start with just sectioning half up,
Okay.
and using our little clip, we just clip it down.
Okay. So it's like a half ponytail.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right, and then the bottom section, I'll part it into 2. So I have this side and that side because it's just hard to do it from the back.
So how many drops do you put
Just
per
one
section?
pump. Just one pump, basically. Okay, and then you just kind of spread it out.
Okay, so you comb it through.
Yeah.
Okay. With your fingers.
Take your curling iron, and with this section, you don't curl it all at once. You basically take it into 1 inch wide sections. You start from the top, clamp it down, and make sure that the lip of
Okay.
your curling iron is facing outward. So you
Oh,
have the
okay.
curls that go outward instead of inward. So you clamp it down, drag it down to about halfway, twist it 180, and then keep dragging it down. So you're gonna go from up to down, see? So you have that little curl there. To make sure you're not pulling on your hair, you want to kind of release it a little bit as you go down. And that's it. You do the same thing on this side. Basically make sure the lip is again facing outward. Drag it down to about halfway, and then do a 180-degree turn. And as you're coming down, you want to release a little bit so you don't pull on your hair and damage it.
Okay, so by releasing, she means that you're pressing very slightly on this
On-
little knob here.
Yeah,
so
so
that
that-
it loosens up.
Right, so that
Yeah.
you're not pulling.
Okay, a lot of multitasking here, but you can do it, girls.
Yeah, it's not that difficult.
It really takes a lot of practice, right?
Yeah, actually, it took a while before I got this technique down, and lots of experimenting, really.
Yeah.
but this I find is what works for me.
Okay.
And it becomes easier after a while.
Yeah. And it's the kind that you have to allot. I mean, for Rebby, she's a pro at it. It takes her 10 to 15 minutes. But if you're just starting and these are new skills, then I'd suggest you give yourself about 30 minutes to maybe even an hour, depending on how thick your hair is.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take a lot of practice. And at least it's a workout for your arms. You'll have toned arms at the beach as well.
True.
Okay, so we have this down. So next is going to be hairspray.
Hairspray, yes, because you want to keep your curls in place.
We're just using Schwarzkopf O6. Okay, session finish.
And you just lightly spray your hair. Just to hold the curl.
Okay.
And then after that, this is when your hair tie is important. Now, some people would just like
Put it down.
bring the section down,
Yeah.
but I don't like to get it mixed up because then I tend to miss out on a section.
Okay.
So I just kind of tie it back. It doesn't even have to be really
okay.
tight how you
Yeah.
tie it.
It's just to get it out of the way.
Right, exactly. Then put the other half down,
Mm-hmm.
section it off again.
Okay.
You kind of just repeat the process. You put your hair serum in.
And the good thing about using a serum, girls, is that it will also protect your hair from the heat damage, because you don't want to just go at it and apply the appliance onto your hair
Right.
right directly, because it can damage your hair.
And if you have thick hair, I have it here on the highest heat setting.
Oh,
But if you do have thinner hair, I strongly recommend you bring it down.
like maybe by half.
Yes, half. And if you have blonde or really thin, fine hair,
Yeah.
bring it down all the way down.
Okay, because you don't want to burn your hair off. Okay?
Yes,
Like with
exactly.
me, I have pretty thick and coarse hair as well. So
Same here.
I have to put it on the highest setting so that I get a good curl. That's
Right.
true. It's important too.
So, because I mean, you need to just have more heat so that it penetrates through your hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you need to have it on the highest setting if you have coarse hair.
It's the twisting part that really confuses me.
Just one
Like the whole 180.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what, where, huh?
Right.
Yeah. And then how long do you usually keep it on each section? Maybe 10 seconds?
Oh, not
20
even.
seconds?
Not even. You know, maybe I kind of just want to say maybe 5 seconds. If you really want, if you're going out, like
Yeah.
for a night out,
Yeah.
and you're gonna need to stay out,
Yeah.
I suggest holding it down longer so that the curl will really stay in place. But we also have the hairspray to help us out with that.
So the thicker your hair, the more sections you'll have.
Yeah.
So maybe you might have to divide it into like 4. But if you have thinner hair, then maybe even 2 sections will be fine. It really
Yeah.
depends. So now we're just finishing off the top section of Rebby's hair. Or Rebby's finishing it off. And then I noticed that when you do the 180, after you do the 180-degree turn, then you roll the iron back up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then drag
Then
it back
drag
down.
it back down. Okay. Just in case they missed it. So, if you're watching, the most crucial thing I would say that I picked up from the tutorial is first, you put the serum to protect your hair. And then you have to really just section everything off so that everything's nice and even. And then after that, the lip placement of the curling iron is crucial, as well as the temperature that you set it on, right? Right. Yeah. And a little twisting action. And the hairspray, if you're complaining that your curls always go flat after a few hours, then a little bit of hairspray should do the trick. Some girls, for easier curling, they like to put mousse instead of serum. That'll work too, but if the mousse doesn't have any heat protection, just spray it with something to protect, like a heat protector first before applying the mousse. So once you're done, just let go. Release the clip at the back. your hair tie, and then don't forget to apply hairspray. Mist it on. And then you can just comb through a little bit,
Get it a little bit
loosen
more
up. Yeah.
loose.
And done. You're gonna have to have layers though in order to achieve these kinds of curls in your
Yeah.
hair, because if it's one length, then it's gonna be a little bit harder to see the definition.
Right. That's
Okay,
true.
so your cut is also important.
Mhm.
So if you're doing it at home and you're like, it's not working, it might be your hair. So you might wanna add like a few layers in between. Okay, girls, so this is the finished product, super fat, loose waves, almost like Victoria's Secret angels. And actually, you're not limited to just having this kind of hairstyle. After you do your waves, you can even put it up into a ponytail so it's nice and flirty.
Mhm.
Show us how.
Okay. So you just kind of just gather your hair, and there's no
Right or
system
wrong
to
way.
it.
It's just
Yeah,
a
just
ponytail,
pull it
but
up.
I
But
do
I
want-
love how it turns out.
yeah, so it's super cute. So that's one of the things you can do. It's a high ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing you can do also if you want your curls to last longer is you can actually put it up in a bun. And then while you're doing your errands, and then when you get to your event or whatever party or date you have, take out your pantale, your hair tie, and just let it loose, right?
Yeah.
All done. Okay, cool. And then I saw how you like pulled it out a bit, so
Yeah,
there's a
just
little
a
bit
little
more
bit
volume at the
volume.
crown. And yeah,
Right.
that's pretty cool. Nice and relaxed. All right, so thank you very much, Rebby, for helping us
you.
and do this hair tutorial. So girls, visit bdjbox.com for more tips and tricks, and don't forget to visit also humanheartnature.com. Lots of proudly Pinoy made products, and they're organic too. All right, thank you. See you again. Bye.